Hey guys, Sushi Gaming here, this time with a League of Legends video. The topic of this video, 3 ways to get out of silver and get to gold. I know I'm not the highest elo out of all the YouTubers, but I recently got to gold, and I definitely think I learned some things along the way that I can share with you guys. So, without much talking, let's get straight into it. My first tip to get out of silver is definitely try and main a role. If you main a role, you just become better at the game so much faster. It just becomes so much easier to improve and check your mistakes each game. I also recommend getting a secondary role, just in case your role is taken. Usually you should try and get support. Most of your support isn't played that often, and also it's a really interesting and fun role to play. I know a lot of people think, oh, support, you just put wards down, it's so boring. But it's actually kind of fun, especially if you learn the basic mechanics behind it. It's not as easy as it seems, but it's definitely fun to play. While on the topic of roles, I definitely want to recommend that you try and learn 3 champions for each role. This way you can become better at the champions each time you play. You also familiarize yourself with the mechanics. For example, what I use in the jungle, I use Shyvana, Elise and Vi. And on support, I use Thresh, Leona and Sona. If you keep learning champions, you'll just become better at them. That's how it works. And in the case that all 3 of the champions are banned, you can try and play your secondary role, or your primary role if you're playing your secondary already. The second tip is definitely the one that's most controversial in the whole of League of Legends, and that's raging. Yes, I know, everybody in League loves to rage it seems, and it's a real problem. I think it's definitely what separates the silver players from the gold players is how much you rage, because each time you point out a mistake your teammate makes, you're not looking at yourself and what mistakes you made and how you can improve yourself in the same situation. Learning what you did wrong is much more important than pointing out what they did wrong. If anything, it will make them feel worse and play worse in the end. But if you see what you did wrong, you can improve for the rest of the game. Now I know a few of you are saying, but Sushi, it's not my fault. They raged at me first. I've at least got to stand up for myself. Well, there's where you're wrong. You can just hit the mute button and not hear from them for the rest of the game. I know that really helps me when I want to rage at someone. Also, at the end of the game, even if you do rage at them and you win your argument or whatever, you still will lose and it won't make a difference. No one really wins or cares at the end of the game. You just got to keep playing and try and look out for what mistakes you make. You're trying to improve yourself, not other people in this game. My final tip, and the one I think is the most important, is that you just have to keep playing. Now I know a lot of you are searching on YouTube, quickest ways to get out of silver. Listen, there's no real quick way to get out of silver. You got to keep playing games, particularly ranked games. Now I know some of you are scared of playing ranked, but if you really want to improve as a player, you have to play ranked. You can play normals if you don't feel like it and you just want a fun game, but if you really got your mindset on improving, you just have to play ranked. It's how it works. It took me 300 games to get out of silver, but I think it was worth every one. I had fun along the way and I learned how to play a lot of champions. And at the end of the day, I did reach gold in the end. This just proves that you will get better over time, and sometimes you just have to be patient. Anyway guys, that's all for this video. If you liked the video, please give me a like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. Thanks guys, that's all for now.